We all want to become our best selves, but what if the key to becoming that higher version of yourself is hidden in the parts of you that you keep avoiding? Sometimes what's holding you back isn't the outside world. Sometimes the real obstacle is within, and in the parts of you that you keep denying or are even afraid of confronting. Welcome back to the It Girl Playbook, and welcome back to our series where we study ourselves from all different angles with the goal that it brings us higher self-awareness and as a result allow us to better level up into that highest and most confident version of ourselves. Today we'll be exploring the idea of meeting your shadow self through shadow work. If you're unfamiliar with shadow work, it's all about uncovering and integrating the hidden or repressed parts of yourself. The concept of the quote-unquote shadow self comes from Carl Jung, who believes that everyone has parts of themselves that they hide, they deny, or just don't fully accept. These might be traits that we think are quote-unquote bad or unacceptable. This could be feelings of anger, jealousy, or the desire for attention. But the thing is, ignoring these parts of ourselves don't make them disappear. It might even give them more power over us. And so if you feel stuck in negative patterns, you struggle with self-doubt, or you want to deepen your self-awareness and your relationship with yourself, then shadow work might be exactly what you need. It will require you to be honest, and it will require you to be patient, but the journey will be transformative. I think it's important to note that shadow work isn't about fixing yourself or erasing these traits. Instead, it's about recognizing, accepting, and integrating them. It'll help you understand your triggers, why certain things set you off, challenge limiting beliefs, and help you heal emotionally, allowing yourself to embrace the parts of yourself you've rejected. It'll allow you to confront and heal these hidden parts of yourself so that you can finally step into your full potential. After all, you can improve what you don't acknowledge. And so, with that said, shadow work can be done in many different ways. Here are a few approaches. The first being journaling. Journaling is one of the most common methods, and it's one of the most accessible ones because you only need something to write in and something to write with, but it is just as impactful. By writing down your thoughts, your feelings, and memories, you create this space to reflect on parts of yourself that you may have avoided or suppressed. And by writing, you kind of slow down your thoughts, which allow you to explore your subconscious with clarity and with depth. I swear by journaling, and so this is something that I will always recommend. The second method is through guided meditations and visualization. Guided meditations and visualization are powerful tools to connect with your inner self and your subconscious mind, and these practices can really help you create the space to meet your shadow. A guided meditation might lead you to imagine sitting across your shadow self, encouraging you to listen to what it wants to express. Visualization, on the other hand, can help you uncover repressed emotions by using symbolic images, like envisioning your anger as a storm or your jealousy as a locked door. This is about relaxing your body so that your subconscious can have the space to reveal itself. And I think this is why paying close attention to your dreams and what certain visuals can really mean and symbolize can be so incredibly powerful. And last but not least, coaching or therapy. For those who want to go deeper, working with a professional like a therapist or a coach can be so valuable. A professional can provide a more better structure and a safer environment to really explore your shadow and navigate difficult emotions or experiences, providing you that guidance that you may not even realize that you needed, and also introduce you to additional techniques that may be more personalized and helpful for you. There is no one-size-fits-all type of approach to shadow work. What works for one person may not work for you, but one fact that does remain true for everyone is to not rush the process. It can be tempting to think that doing 50 prompts in one day will lead to faster results, but in reality, too much too soon can backfire. It's kind of like baking a cake. Turning the oven to a higher temperature will not bake the cake faster, it will only burn it. So don't burn yourself out, focus on consistency rather than speed. Shadow work is a journey, it's not a race. Shadow work can also be broken broken down into categories, because if there are certain areas of your life that you want to work on, shadow work can be done to focus on different areas of your life. Here are a few. The first one being self-image. Many of our beliefs about ourselves are formed in childhood or through societal expectations. Shadow work really helps us identify these beliefs and challenge them. For example, if you're carrying around a belief that you're not good enough or that you have to be perfect to be loved, these beliefs can really hold us back from feeling whole and feeling confident. Here are some prompts that you can work on. What are your limiting beliefs and where do they come from? What are 3 things that you dislike about yourself and where did you learn to feel this way? What aspects of yourself do you find hard to accept? How do you show love to yourself? The next category is inner child healing. Our inner child can carry the emotions, fears, and unmet needs from our earliest experiences. Shadow work can really help you reconnect with these parts of yourselves to offer the love, validation, and safety that we may have missed. Here are some prompts that you can work on. Did you feel like you had to act a certain way to earn love or attention as a child? What was something that you were often criticized for as a child, and how does that affect you today? What was something you needed most as a child but didn't receive, and how can you give that to yourself now? What is one thing you wish you can tell your younger self? The next category is friendships and relationships. The patterns that we repeat in our relationships, whether it's with family, with friends, or romantic partners, often mirror unhealed wounds or unmet needs. By revisiting and exploring how these past experiences have shaped our attachment styles, our boundaries, and communication patterns can reveal a lot about how you connect with others and provide that clarity on how to heal and build healthier connections. Some prompts that you can use are: what qualities do you look for in a friend and why? How do you define a healthy relationship? How do you handle trust and betrayal in relationships? Do you have a fear of being abandoned or rejected? Where might this fear come from? What patterns do you notice in your relationships and what do they reveal about yourself? What role do you typically play in your relationships? Are you the caregiver or the peacemaker, etc., etc.? The next category is emotions. Shadow work isn't just about confronting your thoughts. It's also about dealing with emotions that you may have suppressed. Negative emotions like anger, jealousy, and guilt, they're often dismissed as quote-unquote bad feelings, but they can hold a lot of valuable insights. And so understanding the root of these emotions can be incredibly powerful in allowing you to reframe them and use them as a tool for growth. Here are some prompts that you can use. Are there emotions you try to avoid feeling? Why do you feel unsafe? How do you usually cope when you are overwhelmed with your emotions? Are there specific situations or people that trigger intense emotional reactions from you? Do you allow yourself to fully process difficult emotions or do you distract yourself from them? And the last category that I want to introduce is purpose. Oftentimes we adopt the dreams and aspirations of other people and neglect your own. And so if you're feeling lost or if you're feeling unfulfilled, that might be a sign of this, and it often stems from being disconnected with yourself. Shadow work can really help identify these internal blocks or fears that are holding you back. Here are some prompts that you can use. How do you define success and fulfillment? What childhood dreams or passions did you abandon and why? If failure wasn't an option, what would you do with your life? What kind of impact do you want to leave on the people around you? Shadow work is a process. You don't uncover everything all at once, and that's okay. And that's actually the whole beauty of it. You get to keep discovering new things about yourself, so be patient with yourself and take breaks when needed. It's better to take the time to do it right than to do it rushed, because the goal should be progress and not perfection. I hope that this episode encourages you to start your shadow work journey and begin to explore parts of yourself that you keep denying. I'm a firm believer that self-awareness is the foundation towards leveling up into the highest and the most confident version of yourself. And so with that said, I hope to see you in the next episode. And in the meantime, as always, stay hot. Bye.